Tried to print Hillary Clinton's full numerology profile. I was watching you and Jenny, and it wouldn't print. I give up in the end.
Surprise, surprise. Okay, we're live. Hello, everybody. I know we just saw you. So now this is going to be a live reading session. So we have Trisha Gelder from the UK here with us, who I just did a show last week with her and talked about numerology. So today we're going to use, we don't know what we're going to do here, but we're going to do some, you have to hit, yeah, just mute it.
Yeah, muted it, yeah.
See it though? Are you able to see the chat?
Yeah, I've got the live chat up.
Perfect. So what we're going to do is, we got a couple things going on. So it's Veterans Day tomorrow. Happy Veterans Day. Wanted to do an offer, and this would also apply to Trisha because she served as well. So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to have charts up. We're going to do numerology all combined and maybe some tarot. But somebody that donated last week, like $20. So I'm going to make sure I do that chart. If I missed it and you donated something like $20 or something significant like that, I will do your chart on the next live one. So make sure you put your information at the bottom. And if you want a reading, astrology reading, a live astrology reading, we need your month, day, year, city, time. You need the exact time or we can't do these. So, and also if we need to know if it's AM or PM. So make sure, because I know we have some people here from different countries. And if you are from a different country, make sure you write out your month so I don't read it wrong. Just to spell it out. And then I'll go to the next will be veterans. If anybody has served, I have one that's somebody that messaged me on Facebook. Adrian, I'm going to do his chart. I'm also we're going to do a tarot reading for two people that donated like crazy amounts of money yesterday that are going through some stuff. We're going to do some tarot on Rick, and we're going to do some tarot on Tom. But we're going to start with, so Trish, look out for if you see any,
Who do you want me to look out for?
Yeah, check out for those. So we're going to start here with the person that donated yesterday. I do not know how to say your name. It starts with a B. 2/21/1990. Okay. So you are, I guess I'll just start.
You go first, yeah.
Okay. So you are a Gemini ascendant. So very good with, I would say, you're all about communication and businessmen. You know, these are the best business people. You have Jupiter in the first house, so that's going to make you have more of a leadership role. It's also going to make people look up to you. You might be a good teacher. You might do something with, I would say, because it's in Ardra, maybe something in technology it could be. And people will look up to you. You know, that Jupiter in the first house is nice to have. But it's in Ardra, so you got to be careful. Like at work, you got to watch what you say. Don't say anything. Ardra can be a little destructive here and there. Your moon is in Sagittarius. And then, Rick, I'm already doing yours. Don't worry. Don't donate any more money, please. No more money. You have a reading tomorrow. We've got this. Don't donate any more money.
Yeah, he said it's 21st of January. You said 21st of February.
No, this is somebody else. This is
sorry.
Yeah, that's Rick. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm getting confused.
But if you want to do his numerology, it's right there.
Yeah, I've got his date of birth now. Okay. Sorry.
So your moon is in Purvashada, which is definitely the nakshatra that's very artistic. It's also somebody that doesn't like to lose a debate. So you're kind of intense, I would say. But this is your 7th house. So you might be attracted to somebody that has a lot of this energy, some of this intense energy. You also have to be careful who you get into relationships with because they will have the tendency to be a little destructive. They can be. Now, also your moon is in the 7th house. That means you can get emotionally attached. But then it's kind of back and forth because you have Saturn and you have Mars there. So you got to be careful that you don't get too emotionally involved and drained into relationships. So that's my advice to you because, you know, you're fairly young. So, and right now you have Saturn going into your seventh house. So this is really going to be shaking up this 7th house of relationships and marriages and partnerships, if that's something. If not, you're having your Saturn return. So, you know, this can definitely be, it's going to teach you a lot of lessons about relationships. And if it has nothing to do with relationships, it could be just partners or anybody you kind of interact with. So you just have to really, it could be career if you go live in another country or a different place. It's also foreign lands, foreign countries. It can be when it comes to that. But you have it's your Saturn return. So once again, you have to be cautious with how you're involving yourself with others and making sure you, you know, just do good things for it's karmic. Okay. And then also I'm going to say transit wise, there's going to be a big focus, like I said, on relationships and it could be sometimes endings though. And this could have to do with money because you have, this is the 2nd house and 8th house. So big transformation, big change. Don't, you know, watch out. Don't get in any accidents, drive slow. Saturn returns. You always have to just be cautious. So, but it's definitely good things that you can manifest. It's a powerful time. Any kind of change you want to do, it's a good time to change things up. Maybe not right this second, but you know, it's going to be a change for you in the next 2 years. Big changes. All right, Trisha, what are you seeing with his numerology?
There's an interesting thing that caught my ear then, not my eye. You said about relationships could be like deepening or could be going the way.
Could be, yeah.
Start first and then do his life path number. He's currently, so he's in a year 6, which is either relationships deepening or going the other way. They call it the marriage and divorce year. So he could get married, engaged, live together this year, things be really great, or it could go, a lot of people split up and go through or trigger divorce. Wow, broken heart.
Wow, that I mean, I'm so curious to see if that's true. This is,
and do you know what? I pulled him a card, and he got the 5 of Cups. I mean, that guy looks pretty broken.
Look at us. We're like telling stories here. All right. Yeah. So okay. This is definitely going to be okay. Here, let me tell you some other things. I have a feeling this is going to be relationships because we have all these cards and that's what's showing in the charts too. So that's the charts. And I was kind of hesitant to say because of your age. And when you have Saturn in the 7th house, you may get married later in life. I mean, that's just kind of what happens. So right now I'm saying to you is it probably has to do with relationships. I think that you need to let go. This is the K2 in the 8th, removing the 8th house, cleaning house. Because the 8th house, I didn't want to say this earlier. I was just saying big change, but it's death, endings, and rebirth. It's also scandals, manipulation, sex, all that kind of stuff. So, but it's the main thing, disgrace, you know, control, giving up control. K2's cleaning house there. Just going, getting rid of everything that's not supposed to be in your life. So then you can have a rebirth.
And I was also dazzling on that as you're saying it's more about relationships, and I got a big yes. B's life path number is a 6. So that's the teacher, the counselor, the healer. They're the natural healers of the family when they're children. They don't choose to be, but they end up being like the person, they want harmony in the home. So when they're older, that is their opportunity to have harmonious home life. Beautiful home life, because it's ruled by Venus. Doesn't matter whether it's big, small, you live in a flat, a mansion, but it's about beautifying it so it's homely. And not just the surroundings, the people in it, having harmony. And they make great parents when they've been positive. He's also got a 3 birthday and a 5 attitude number. So there's a part of him that's quite extreme in temperament and would love to travel. Good, so he'd make a great teacher than using his voice. Teachers obviously use their voice, but speaking, but it'd be caring and healing by way of compassion. He'd great, like you say, he's still young. What is he, 27?
What'd you say, what did you say?
He's born in 1990, so he'll be 27, won't he?
Yeah, 1990.
Yeah. So he's still young, in my mind he's young.
Yeah.
I wasn't even doing this when I was 27, so that was when I was in the military. So he might think, well, I'm not doing any healing now, but it's often you go and heal or teach what you've experienced, like myself.
I'm hesitant to say, just because I know this person was born in Mumbai. So, sometimes you do get married earlier. Maybe sometimes there will be an early marriage. So I guess my opinion is make sure it's the right relationship. Make sure it's, you're not getting, no, I'm not saying you're getting forced into it because it's not the case, but don't be too upset if you're not in a marriage or something. Don't be too upset if something didn't work and you didn't get married. Trust me, there's a reason. Trust me. Okay. All right. So next we're going to go to, okay, if you can't, if people are asking like, how do I get a reading? How do I get a reading? Start from the beginning of the video. I can't say it again because we'll just get distracted. So next person is going to be Adrian, because he is our veteran today. I haven't looked at this chart yet, so. Okay.
Do you want me to do this one first, or are you going to go first?
Yeah, you go this. You say this one first. Do Adrian first. Go ahead.
7, 8, 9, 10, 7. Just working out what year he was in. So again, right, I'm going to go for his. So he's a life path number 7, like yourself. So he's going to be very into the occult or interested, like the darker side of life, the seeker of the truth, the very analytical, very technical, very in the mind. He's got a 7 birthday, so that's the double whammy. Like, we're just doing the 3 numbers from your birthday. If he could have more 7s in his chart. So you got to be careful of not getting cynical when you're a 7. That's one big tip. When you found your faith in life, or you've really learned those skills, you don't have to be cynical. But a lot of 7s will isolate themselves. Do not be careful. I can't even know, what is that? You could over isolate, which is really bad for a 7. They do need isolation to recharge their batteries. Another person like a 3 or a 5 would be like, I'm gonna soak it up in a crowd. But someone like him would need solitude, meditation, just chilling out time on his own, not loads of like distractions. Especially having the more 7s you have, it intensifies it. It doesn't matter where it is. And he's got a 5 attitude number, so part of him would like the travel. Maybe that's why you said he was a veteran. So there would a part of him he would have loved to travel and move around. He'd have made a great spy or sneaky beaky stuff, whatever he might have done. But he's also in year 6. This is till next June because his birthday's July. So it's the house, the home, the family. If he's with someone now and it's going well, it will deepen. If he's not with somebody and he's single, then this is the year till maybe next June that he could meet someone really.
That's good.
Ooh, man holding the heart. I was thinking
have to be a man.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be.
Right.
Like, I was in the military 11 years. When I joined, to be gay was like, the men were booted out. They were gone. If they were found out, they were gone that day. The women were moved.
Really?
Yeah. And then it became legal before I left. It's crazy. I'm going to put in the
crazy. Okay, so now we're going to go to his chart. Do you have a card you said?
I just got a little card from the koala bear. Koala bear, not cola bear. I can't speak.
Koala bear, yeah.
Koala bear. So it's the 4 of winter. Thoroughly think things through before making a decision. Continuing to overanalyze is not going to get you any closer to resolution. 7s are overanalyzers, but meditation and prayer will bring the answers you seek. He needs to get out of his mind and into his body. That's a perfect card for a number 7.
Yes, it is.
I love koala bears as well.
Okay, so interesting enough. This is crazy, actually. So he's a Libra ascendant. Libra ascendant in the nakshatra Swati. So Swati is all about, it's a blade of grass, free spirit, wants to kind of roll with likes space, likes the freedom, really good in business, really good at trading, really good at, like, even when you were in the military, it'd be somebody that could be a good negotiator, because that's the ascendant of Swati. It's somebody that goes in, runs the show, good leader for sure. Now, you have your moon and Jupiter. You're probably really good with your hands. You have Rahu in the 3rd. Also you might have some issues with siblings, possibly, if you have any, but you might not. But you have moon conjunct Jupiter, just like Trisha. You have it in the 4th house and it's in Capricorn. So you and Trisha literally think the exact same way. different houses, but you have this Moon and Jupiter conjunction. Jupiter is debilitated, so it might have you make, it might, when you were younger, you could have some faulty teachers, some people that didn't really look out for your best interest sometimes, but it's you, maybe you're also a little critical when you're not going to be like real religious. It's going to be somebody that's, you know, how do you think? I don't know, Trisha. And you're a really good listener. This is a really good nakshatra for healing. So Moon and Sravana, it's somebody that's a very good listener. It's really spiritual part of Capricorn to say. You could, and then I will, 12, 11, 10.
I get told that a lot, that I'm a great listener.
Yes, you are, for sure. Absolutely. And a Moon and Jupiter conjunct is somebody that like really cares about people's feelings. You know, I would say just, you know, people will kind of look up to you as the guru. Yeah, that's what, you know, Trisha has it. And but it's more of a practical one too. It's not some floofy, you know, person that's going to tell you a bunch of nonsense. She's just like Trisha is very practical. She's very, very practical the way she thinks, but it's in a nice, optimistic way. I would say that. Wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, I'm not into the fluffy bunny, like Arifera stuff, but yeah, I'm practical, definitely.
Okay, so transits right now, you're going to be going through. Okay, so you have Saturn that just went to your third house. This is all about using that creativity. So this is hard work. It's your hobbies. It's also writing contracts, writing. It's also anything working with your hands. It's also, you know, any type of creative skill. You'll get real competitive. This is a time where, you know, if you focus on this kind of stuff, it can be really nice. And then you also have Ketu in the 4th and Rahu in the 10th. So this is great for, you could meet somebody in a oh God, we already said that. Didn't we say that already? Yeah, you definitely can meet somebody right now in your life that's, you know, it's a meaningful relationship. Looks like it looks positive from our cards. Kind of good we did that first. And because I probably would have left that out if I didn't. But you could move. There could be a career change. So just good things. But emotionally, you could feel a little something could be going on. If possibly with your mother, maybe a move, a little separation or something. But yeah.
Well, I drew him a card this is for Adrian Maslonia.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the 9 of Summer, which is like the 9 of Cups, again in relationships, if you see that. It's the Pomeranian dog. Now is the time when your dreams come true. Don't worry about how this will happen. Just give gratitude to God for all that you have, and that's yet still to come. Because when you're in joy, when you're happy in whatever you're doing, the right lady or gentleman, whatever your gender, will come along.
And make sure you use your intuition and don't second guess it, because right now it's going to be amplified. So definitely keep that in mind as well. Okay, so then the 2 people that donated, you don't have to donate today, guys. I mean, you really don't. We're doing this to
a donation.
Yeah, I mean, because this is Veterans Day, so if somebody's a veteran, they're going to go first. We need the month, day, year, city, time, location. The 2 people but if you did donate and I got the birthday that you wrote in the notice, then yeah, that's who we're going to go with.
We've got another so we've got 2 donations. I've written them down. Also, somebody's written, Heidi, that about your website.
Uh-huh.
Sheena Living Waters. Is there a moderator that can inform Heidi? I've tried for 3 days to request a reading.
I just responded to her on email. Yeah, I already responded to her. So I don't know. Yeah, I replied. And you know what? If I didn't reply to your email yet, it's probably because there was about 5 emails that got rejected because you didn't type it in right. So I'm just saying, but I did get hers. I just replied to it, I think yesterday. So you should check your email or check your spam.
Yeah, we've had another donation from Think Simply.
Another one? Wait. Okay.
You read mine one time. It was pretty awesome, but stopped at creativity. I think that was mine. I did him a reading. Just wondering if you go a little further into that one aspect. I think it was a reading I gave him. I'm not sure.
I think it was mine too. God. All right, this is going to be kind of crazy, but you have to just bear with us here.
Yeah.
So you wrote that one down. I wrote the other one down. I have that.
I've written them all down, the donations.
So let's do these 2 real quick. So this is the Be Cool. Be Cool. We're going to pull you I'm going to pull you a card. Trisha's going to pull you some cards. I kind of gave her what you're worried about right now, even though we have a reading tomorrow, so you can sleep tonight.
Kind of cool. Is this Rick?
Yes, Rick.
I've got his numerology as well.
God, why don't you start on his numerology?
I added that up ages ago when you were talking.
Go ahead.
Do you want me to do his numerology?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a 4 life path number, a 4 attitude number. Again, we're just doing the 3, not you've got 6 in your full chart. I did want to have a full chart ready to show you, but the one, ironically, that I wanted to print off wouldn't print, of Hillary Clinton. It didn't matter who was on it, it was just the content. She blocked my printer. So you are going to be very hard worker. You're going to have to really learn to let go, be flexible. Your life lessons are to be flexible. Be more open-minded. Number 4 is going to be very... Now, Donald Trump's life path number 4. Love him or hate him. I mean, I do believe he will attempt to do what he said he's going to do. So you're someone who's very much about structure, financial security. It's very important to this guy because he's got at least 2 4s, and his life path number is about having financial security. So some people have come here to do certain things, but he needs like the home, the structure, the car, the money. They're terrified of not having money, not for greed, not for vanity. It is about, you think 4 is like Capricorn structure.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in year 5, but luckily he's coming out of it, getting a lot of 6s. He's about to, in January, go into year 6, like we've just discussed with all the others. The house, the home, the family. You might move, beautify wherever you're living. If relationships are not working, it's time to let, you could go separate ways. If it's working, it'll get deeper, and you may want to get married. You may want to have babies. You may want to just nest. Everybody's different, obviously. I speak to so many guys that it turns out when we look, they got married in year 6.
Interesting. Okay, so the card I pulled for him, because look, and I was nervous to say this, but I love this stuff. This is never fails. So, because I know you're concerned about some health things, and you made a couple comments, which is why I'm having an emergency reading for you tomorrow. Now, I got this card that's reversed, and it says Healer of the Ages, and that made me a little nervous. Number 51. But when it's reversed, it indicates you've been feeling extremely out of sorts or even upside down in your own life. You may be in the midst of some physical problem or just feeling as though you're losing energy, but this card is telling you that there are deeper levels of healing that need to be addressed. Take some time to regroup and put your own healing first, whether you're facing mental, emotional, physical, or even addictive patterns. Call upon the Healer of the Ages to bring his energy to the issues you're working on. Quiet your mind, feel his vibration, bring warmth, healing light, clearing away any dark or hurting space. Repeat this meditation and be patient. So here's what I'm saying. I know we have so many healers, like they can do that energy healing stuff. Send them some energy. You're going to be fine. Stop overthinking. I think your stress, your mental stress is like really, really messing with your mind. We'll look into all this stuff tomorrow, but you got to just relax, do some meditations, do some, calming your mind is going to be right now the most crucial thing. What do you think, Trisha?
Well, I pulled him a card, like I was unsure whether to use these cards tonight, and I was like, no, I really want to go with it, because they're a bit fluffy. Well, they're not fluffy, but if you're not a cat lover, I'm just about to say hi to Jeff, who's a big cat lover. I love his cat. He's got the 9 of autumn. But this, so if you can see that, it's the ragdoll cat. Your success has brought you fun. Now, it was about finances, I think was the theme. Or was it health, this guy?
Health.
Right. So success has brought you financial security and the reward of much deserved time off. I do feel there's this need for a bit of time off, a break. Enjoy your own company. You may be suddenly having a brilliant idea for a business or self-employment opportunity that will be very successful. 4s are very good at running their own business. Their problem is they're workaholics. Life feels hard for them because they work hard at everything. They have trouble enjoying themselves and like letting go. They can be very rock of society type person. You can rely on them, but then they feel like they can't have fun easily. My son has 3 4s on his chart. The only time, and it's only one, he went out last night. As soon as he got a bit of alcohol in him, the fun side come out. I'm not saying that's the right way, but the true sort of, he just needed to let off steam. But I'm not saying alcohol's the best way, but I think this was what happens with a lot of people. But this guy, he'd be great at building things, making things with his hands. Usually very good with their hands.
Okay.
But he could run his own business.
Maybe you need to take a rest first. That's my opinion.
Yeah, 4s need to know when to say, right, I need to rest, because they don't know when to. Until they get the flu or they get an injury, and then
and I think he did have an injury or something with his neck or something. So yeah, that's like, we're telling you right now, just relax, because you're
saying you need, if you're not going to take the break, we're going to make you have a break. The universe.
Yeah, that did.
Whatever you want to call it.
Fell down a flight of steps. Thank you, Saturn. Oh God. All right. So what is next? All right. So the next one we're going to do, this is going to be for Tom. He donated way too much. I'm also doing your reading soon too. So Tom, I'm just going to give you some advice to hold you over to the reading. Also, Trisha, to get a reading from Trisha, I'm going to pin her website. She also does Facebook Live, so you can do little mini readings, so you get a taste of them. Yes, and I have the worst scheduling. Yes, I know it's a 30-day wait. I'm the worst. It sucks. I'm sorry. Just bear with me.
Just shows how busy and how good you are, though, to have such a...
Well, I have another career, too.
Well, I know you have another career as well, but you know.
Yeah. Okay. So the cards I have for you are Journey 2. That's a cute little card. It's a woman going on a journey, going across a bridge, and a woman holding a heart. So these are the cards that I have. I love these cards. These are the best.
They're beautiful. Yeah, I love them as well.
All right. So these are the cards. And I'm not pulling your astrology, but did you do his numerology?
I didn't have his numbers.
That's right. I didn't give it to you. I don't have it either right now off the top of my head.
I was interested about the woman because I've drawn him 2 cards. So we've got the strength card in my other tarot deck. The cat's like, so that's about having the compassion, the power, the strength. But compassion comes with kindness, not being aggressive. But then you got the Princess of Autumn, which is another tabby cat.
Yeah.
Sorry, my cat's designed to use me as a Claude. So a wonderful opportunity related to work or education, such as a promising scholarship, is coming your way. Seize the chance to learn something exciting or start a more rewarding, uplifting career. So the way the cat's got its paw on the books, to me, I'm drawn to like reading more knowledge.
And on that journey.
Yeah, knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like it's almost like she's saying, look at the books, you need to start reading the books or learning, broadening your horizons. It would be interesting what his numbers were, but like, that's how I read cards. It doesn't matter what all this says here. If I'm drawn to a cat pointing to card, to books, right, to knowledge, that's where I'm going to go. That's how I read cards.
Yeah, that's a good way. That's a good way.
I've learned the basics through the Rider-Waite, and then I don't read any books. I just go what my intuition points to.
I was seeing if I could find his birthday in here, but I didn't save it last night. And if I did, I probably have 16 Toms in here. It could be the wrong Tom. Okay. All right. So then I see so this is for somebody that donated in here. Now we're going to go to donating in here. Did you see any veterans? We're doing those first. Did you see anybody that was like, oh, I was
a lady called Karen, and then I've got Think Simply.
Okay. Afterwards. So we start with Karen.
Okay.
Do you want to go with her numerology? Yeah, I have her birthday.
Oh, you've got her birthday. Mm-hmm. Okay, because I wrote it all down just in case.
Perfect.
So and that's weird because they've both got the same birthday, just a different year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, both 3rd of June. Can I read that out? Or is it?
Yeah.
Both 3rd of June, just a different decade. So 2 out of the 3 numbers are going to be the same, 13, 14.
That is weird. It's going to be interesting to see how this works.
Okay, so Karen is life path number 5. So she's come here to learn not to abuse life. On the positive, very because when we did the last show, I had lots of people saying, like, you talked a lot about the negative side of a 5. What about the positives? So the positives, very charismatic, very magnetic, can sell ice to Eskimos, freedom loving. You know, they're great people to be around. Can be sexually magnetic as well. But on the weak, and we've all got weaknesses. So, you know, this isn't like picking on fives. The weaknesses are learning to, like, when they say they're going to do something, they do it. Because they can be prone to saying we'll do something, they don't do it. They get sidetracked. And managing money can be very difficult. So this is a Gemini 5. To me, that's like a double Gemini.
Yeah.
I'm a Gemini, but Gemini's...
Can you give me your year again? I mixed it up here.
I've got 67.
Okay, thank you.
28
a.m. You saw that, right? That's correct.
6:28, yeah.
Okay.
So she is in a year of new beginning.
Oh, guess what? She's a Gemini ascendant with Mercury in the first house. That's pretty wild.
Well, she's in year 1 now, so it's a chance to start a brand new 9-year cycle, new beginnings, sow new seeds. Last year she was in a year 9, partly in a global year 9, which people like that really got hit hard for endings. And if they didn't end things, they would have been pushed into endings. You know, it would have happened for them. The easier you can embrace a year 9, the easier it'll be. If you try to resist it, it will feel horrible. But she's got a 3 birthday and a 9 attitude, so very creative. And the 9 is the humanitarian. That's my life path number. So I feel like she'd be a great, you think 5 is the throat chakra. She needs to be teaching and speaking what she's learned in life.
This is so crazy. It's literally amazing how this is matching up. Okay. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Gemini ascended, they're the best business people. They're really good at They're good at making things happen, shaking things up. They kind of jump into things and get things done without thinking about the consequences. But that's why, I mean, you have to take risks to, be successful. And it's in the nakshatra of Ardra, so definitely a little destructive. We got lots of Ardra here tonight. Ardra is the nakshatra, it's the teardrop. So there can be a lot of sorrow, sometimes a little sorrow and sadness. But realistically, you're all about transforming things. Like, literally just transforming, shaking up the grounds to make something better, to bring like the light out. But it's done through destruction. You also might be very, you might understand, like you might have a really good intuition to the weather, to all types of things, because your moon is in Revati like mine. And now it's conjunct with Saturn. So you can go through a lot of depression here and there with life. Moon conjunct Saturn, you're just lots of ups and downs emotionally. Very creative, musician. I mean, this is like extreme creative. You might say you did something in technology or IT or something, or maybe you did something with money, finances. That's fine. And, that's what you do. But you have this whole creative side that's like that your Saturn restricts it from, you're so intuitive, but then maybe you're like, no, that's not right. You're going to second guess it. You're going to have so many self-doubts emotionally and mentally and worrying all the time. That's going to be one of your biggest battles, is your own thoughts, because you have the moon conjunct Saturn. So you really need to just learn to relax with that and use that creativity, trust your intuition, literally. And
apparently have you got her down as, because I wrote the 3rd of 6, because I've got to be careful. So anybody leaving their date of birth, can they say the month? Because I write it the different way around in the UK.
Oh gosh,
she's not a Gemini sun. I got her down as the 3rd of 6. She's a Pisces.
Okay, so hold on. What's her month?
6 of the 3rd, but I wrote it down 3-6 because that's how it would put. But I was
Is her birthday June 6th?
No, 6th of
Damn. Okay. Here we go.
At the beginning, please put your month.
Yeah, write your month out. You have to write your month out. We just wasted like 15 minutes there. So it's
March. We both, like in America and the UK, write the dates of birth completely different, and that just totally throws. Unless like it was over the number 12, I'm gonna not know if that's a Pisces Gemini. So they don't have the same birth.
Your reading just completely changed. Now you're gonna see how different this is. All right. You have Sun and Mercury in conjunct in the first house. You're a leader. You are not a Gemini. Okay. You're more of you're a communicator, but you're definitely like, need to be in charge, lead. Okay. I actually just did somebody's chart like this, and they were, I mean, you might work in the government, do something with, you might be in it, something like attorney, like you're intense. Sun and Mercury conjunct in the first, great salesperson, somebody that's might really creative with music and art, very much so, good speaker, good singer, politician right here. I mean, seriously. So this totally changed. You'll see how much of this changes, like with, you know, there's no just your sun is in this or this is in this. Your whole chart changes, even though like this person would have been born the same year. So now your Mercury is in Satyrbisha. So you could be a very good healer. You could be a healer with words. You could be a good counselor. I mean, because your moon is in Capricorn, your moon is in Sagittarius, but it's in the nakshatra of Uttarashada, which is kind of about like law and order and about like the warrior. It's like, it's intense. So, you know, you could be very stubborn with your thoughts, I would say, and your beliefs, big time. And for a multitude of reasons. But, and you have K2 conjunct Mars. So when you know, there could be some anger issues. This is like one of those intense charts. You're probably really powerful, really strong, get things done. But, you know, you're just all business. You're not very like, you care about things and you worry about things and you need to use all this creativity or else it can, I got thrown off here. But long story short, you're a great leader. You're great at, and you might even be a good speaker. You might be like, so your second house is money, it's gains, it's family, you know, it's also, you're a good writer, big time. Jupiter in the 6th. Yeah, you, not necessarily so much religious, but let's just say you probably served, like you might be a teacher, a helper, a healer, somebody that does that service job, or maybe you do now, you know, you're definitely somebody that needs to lead. So it could be, you know, just very good with teaching, that kind of thing. Great judge, somebody that looks at all parties. But there could have been some issues possibly with authority figures, father figures, maybe brothers, if you have siblings. I'm not going to get too much into that because that's too dicey right now. But you have K2 in your 12th right now. So you just went through a big change personally in your life. First house stuff, big change, big shifts, big moves. And you might have done a lot of isolation, a lot of being alone, reflecting. Could have had to do, you know, maybe some health things could have came up. But now K2 is going into the 12th. Now it can kind of keep those health things going, but this is like the 12th house is hospitals, jails, mysteries, hidden talents. It's also film, photography, ashrams, yoga, hidden. You might travel more. You should start traveling. It might be a good thing to do. It's also foreign countries, foreign lands, learning new, say you did something. Let me think what else this could be. And then Saturn's in your 11th house. So this is all about like maybe different groups, different network circles, changing all that stuff, getting rid of anything that's not going to be serving you, like that's not benefiting you and thinking on your mindset is the same as yours. And you need to be speaking in front of people for sure.
Yeah, I mean, her date of birth didn't really change her numerology.
Yeah.
But for you, it would change it. She's still a life path number 5. She's still a 9 attitude number. The only number that really changed there was her birthday number, which is a 6, not a 3. She's still in her personal year 1. So for her, it didn't change it. But like for names, if anybody put like the odd letter different, you know, it totally changes everything when you go deeper. Yeah. Like for her, I got the 6 of water, winter. This is about challenging times are coming to an end. She was in a year of endings, and you can now breathe a sigh of relief, let the past go, and embrace happier times.
Yeah, and I just got a card that I need to look at this too. Oh yeah, watch out for hidden enemies right now for the next year and a half too. Just you'll be fine, but make sure you know this will trigger you to get rid of all the people that aren't supposed to be in your life, but it could bring up some hidden enemies. And Keiichi will get rid of them. So I think for you, like what I'm seeing with these cards I'm pulling is more of you getting very like too emotional about, too upset, holding these grudges. You know, you just have to let it go. And you won't even act like it, because your moon is kind of in that Capricornian nakshatra that's just, you probably are, you could get into some fights, or you could have been dealing with something that has to do with some arguments or something, maybe. So, and money, watch out. Just watch out for money. Just, you know, try to be on your best. Like, I don't know how to say this without sounding. Don't be deceitful either. Just be doing the right thing. I'm not saying you're not, but God, these tarot things just make it different. Yeah. So just be careful and don't get too upset if somebody, you know, does do something wrong. Just try to keep calm. It's going to be the best thing for you. Just be calm and understanding, and try to, you know, focus on your craft, your hidden talents, anything you want to work on. And, you know, if you have to change groups, friends, networks, circles, whatever, don't worry about it. I mean, just do it, I would say. And I think it's your beliefs too, like ninth house things. Jupiter in the ninth house is, you're going to have some opportunities to travel, maybe writing a book, do this stuff. Maybe you're going to get a new belief system, I would say. Are you reading any of those comments? Because I didn't see anything. Did she say anything?
Who is this from that you wanted to know?
Yeah. Did Karen say anything?
I just want to make sure I got down the people that donated.
I haven't even looked at the chat.
It's okay. A lot of these are giving the dates of birth.
Where's the live chat? Where the hell did it go?
How do you get the attitude number? You add the day of birth to the month of birth. That's your attitude number. And from that, you get your year of personal year.
Okay, so let's do this other one next.
I can't see any comments about like.
Okay. Now we're going to do Think Simply.
Yeah. I'm just laughing because I called him out in front of everybody the other night. I'm not going to say too much. I didn't know who he was. I know his numbers. So, somebody else has donated. I'm going to draw him some cards. Creativity. You wouldn't know about this creativity thing. Okay. Do you want to go first?
I would love to know who is disliking this video. That makes me just annoyed.
Who's disliked? Where's that coming
up? We don't know. We don't know. We can't see it now, but it's just crazy. Like, I don't know. People are nuts.
It could be a troll. It could be somebody that's trolling me. I did warn you. There could be a troll.
It's my trolls. Don't worry. I have these select few 10 trolls that like to just hit the no button.
I don't generally have trolls. But I did have somebody troll my YouTube channel, but it was a family member.
I want to know if this time is right. Exact on the nose.
Yeah, I mean he's exact 7 p.m. But like my son's born at 7:01, like 1 minute past the hour.
See, you can't round times up. Like, you please write in your exact time if that's what you have.
Perhaps he doesn't know.
And if it's a guess, we can't do it. We're just going to do tarot.
Okay. Shall I do his numerology, or do you want to go?
Go ahead. Start with the numerology. See if he comments.
So he's the 7 life path member like you. We've had a couple of 7s tonight. So the seekers of the truth, they want to get, very cynical until they can be cynical, and you have to be careful of that. Be careful not to isolate yourself too much, because 7s can be loners, lone wolves. And you can go a little bit too far the other way with it. But he's also got a 3 birthday.
Oh, so he's my numbers exactly.
Yeah, he's got 3 birthdays. He's got a 9 attitude number. That's the difference. You've got 3 and he's got a 9. I'm just gonna have to unmute myself.
Well, he is a Scorpio ascendant, if this is right.
I think he's a bit similar to you, yeah. Maybe the male version of Heidi.
Yeah, he very well might be.
So his 9 attitude number is the humanitarian. He will care about humanity on a global scale, not just if he's in the positive side. Like if you're stuck in the past, you're still bitter about your family, you know, you can't be in your full potential and unless you let all that go. He's now in year beginning. Last year is in a year 9, in a global year 9. That was the time to let go of everything and everything that wasn't working for him. And if he didn't, then he's taking it into his year 1. He should have really got rid of it last year. And I don't mean that, you know, disrespectfully, but if you don't do it then, or the universe doesn't push you, you're going to take it into your brand new 9-year cycle. Age 34 is his age where something significant is going to happen. There's a way when you work out numerology, before you get to a single digit, that age, like for him, is 34/7. So age 34 is going to be quite a turning point in his life. I don't know if you can look at that in charts, but...
Yeah, I will. Do you see these?
Contract
with a blindfold and a happy family. So that this makes me think of, make sure you weigh out and don't sign anything thinking about, like, this just kind of makes me think of, God, I don't know when I see these, because I know if this is your ascendant, I don't know. Let me see.
You see, I got this card for him, the Justice card, the scales. It's saying fair decisions were made after all the evidence is reviewed impartially. I have compassion for others and try to see all sides of the agreement. Yeah, we've both got the scales up.
Yeah, that's interesting. So if we both have scales up, I'd have to say this is, let me look at the chart. Did we get his time yet? Do we know if he said it's 7 on the nose?
I think he still thinks it's 7 p.m. in New Bedford, Massachusetts. I guess that is.
Well, I guess we're going to go with this.
I think simply, definitely 7 p.m. I don't think in the UK that you can get your time of birth from your certificate, you know, like you can.
Yes, you do.
Can you? If you say to them, right, I want... Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Just, you know what? Why don't I say that too? If somebody doesn't have their time, because I keep getting asked this question, in the United States, if you go to the county, you request it, you have to literally check a box and say, I need the time, and literally say for astrology, or else they'll just send you a new original without the time again. The lady at the birth records told me that. So maybe that's the same way for you guys too. Who knows?
Well, I'll have to test that. I might test it just to see if that is correct time, because my mother never knew my brother's time yet. I thought he was a favorite, yet she always remembers mine. And I thought it was quite interesting.
So your creativity, let me just tell you about your creativity. Because he asked about his creativity.
He's creative.
You're very creative. Here, the thing is, it's so all over the map because, and your moon is in Maga, which is literally all about creativity in the 10th house. So you need to be using your creativity. And that's the hardest part about Leos. It's like whatever you want it to be. So a lot of times they end up being like they have their own business, politics, like being in charge, doing something like this, like social media or, you know, networking, this kind of stuff too. Music. It's also music. You've got, I mean, it even could be it could be astrology. You're Scorpio ascendant with Saturn in the 1st house, numerology, something like this, you know, that could be it. But you have Saturn in the 1st house, making you extremely critical, extremely disciplined, and like kind of stubborn as all can be. Okay, you're very stubborn, and you just had your Saturn return. So not only were you have a Saturn return, you probably changed a lot in the past 2 years. So whatever you focused on, like what were you interested in the past 2 years? That's probably like a trigger for something of it. You know, look at what happened with me. I'm doing this. We're both Scorpio ascendants. It can have anything to do with this. But I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could have to do with like music. Your Jupiter's in Revati, your Rahu's in Uttara Bhadra. I mean, this is like all over the map. You're very creative. If you want start an IT company, go ahead. If you want to start a researching company, go ahead. If you want to, I mean, it's all over the place. So you need to figure it out because it's what makes you happy. You know what you're good at. You just don't think you're good at it, or maybe you just don't want to think you're, you don't want to fail. Well, guess what? Everybody fails. So that's the problem. Sometimes with that Saturn in the first house, it's like just so damn stubborn. It worries about everything. It's critical. You've got Venus in Critica. You're very critical. You need to just do it and not worry about it.
He could do so many things, but I feel his biggest thing is himself. He's stopping. He's trying to be too perfect.
Attachment. Yes. Yeah. Something's bonding you to something that you can't get over. It looks like it's a relationship though. That's just from my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've learned letting go of the people that are not on your vibration or holding you back. Your life completely changes when you do it. But it feels scary at the time, but you've got to learn to let go, because otherwise they might do it for you eventually, and then you've got no choice.
Let me see your transits real quick. Okay, so Saturn's going, it might be money too. It could be like, worrying about money. And look, we have had a rough 4 years since 2012. So Scorpio ascendants. If you're not born at this time though, this is everything I just said is completely irrelevant, literally. So I hope that's your time. Lots of shifts with work. Like I've had 3 careers in 2 years. I mean, it's just been nuts, tired, but then I've done this. So it's great. There's like good and bad. Hope that helps.
Yeah, I think there's so many things he could do. It's like,
yeah,
just finding what his passions and going with one or at least 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah. You have multiple. Yeah. It's not like it needs to be one thing. You know what I've noticed? I notice people that planets in Ardra are just damn confused on what they should be doing, because it's like, because it's so all over the map, it's like this and this and this. And you should explore all types of avenues.
I love his confidence to give it, especially if you're going to be in the public. Like I would not come on camera 3 years ago. I've got 2 7s in my chart. I would not come on camera. You wouldn't have got me on here. I'd have made every excuse to not do it. Look how it would have held me back. Yeah.
All right. The 5 of Swords reversed. And the 8 of Pentacles reversed.
Is this for Think Simply?
Yeah. What do you think about that? Those seem to be my current card themes too. So it would totally make sense.
I personally don't read reversals, but the 5 of Swords is conflict, arguments, like you get drawn into battles. It's going to lower your vibration. You might try and win an argument just for sake of like putting someone like in their place, but not very nicely. The 8 of Pentacles is about honing your craft, working hard, like focus on your craft and hone it and get,
Yeah, you would be just like me. Like if you had a YouTube channel, you would be worse than me actually, because you would be just as mad, but you would be able to hold it back, but you would go home and you would just be like, oh, there's people. So
yeah, I don't sugarcoat things. I just don't sugarcoat things.
Yeah. All right, who's next? I see some more in here.
So I've got Ebony. You got that one? There's one I think it's a lady has donated, but there's no date of birth with it. Hawaii girl Beth.
Well, this one's going to be interesting because your birthday is kind of close to mine. 10/6/84.
Christopher Homan have asked, is that the June or October? Because he's written it in.
Yeah. Okay. Please. He's America, so I would assume he's. Did Be Cool send more money? What is he doing? He's making me really nervous. I feel like
Be Cool. Kind of cool.
Or what we just read your thing.
Can you do our treat reading?
What's that mean?
I don't know.
I don't even know what that means.
Right, we've got Ebony, 25th of August, 1950.
Okay, hold on.
You got her?
No, I'm doing this Christopher. And I saw one earlier that.
Christopher's October. That's all right, because I needed to know.
Okay, 10, 6, 3, 18.
It's the 6th of October. See, I wrote that completely wrong.
10, 6, 84, 318, Boston.
But we've also got Ebony. I don't know if you got hers as well.
I didn't see hers.
I think she donated before.
What, do we have a birthday?
Yeah.
What's that?
25th of August, 1950. I think it's 10:09, Chicago, Illinois.
AM or PM?
Oh, good point. It's written as AM, as I would think, but
yeah, but it's yeah. We need to know if it's AM or PM too.
Let me check. She might have put that.
Oh, I see. Look at us with our miscommunicate. You guys have to excuse us. First of all, this is the first time we've ever done this together, so this is fine, and it's working. We're right on track though. Like I really do think so.
Oh yeah, it's 25th of August, 1950, 10:09 a.m. Chicago, Illinois, Cook County.
Thank you.
I found with Western astrology, like it gave us and I was interested to see if it would work with Vedic because I didn't know if it would.
Right. All right. So wait, can we say that one more? 8/25, 1950.
25th of August. 1950.
Yes.
10:09 a.m.
Okay.
Chicago, Illinois.
All right, I'm gonna go back to Chris. Chris is nothing like me, and we are born very.
Which one are we doing first, Chris?
Chris, yeah.
Okay.
So Chris, yeah, see how this is crazy. So I'm 9/12/84, and you feel Virgo because you are Virgo sun, just so you know. Oh, but you probably thought you were a Libra, huh? Yeah. All right, so you're a Capricorn ascendant. Capricorn, and just so everybody knows, this is the sidereal zodiac. It's Vedic astrology. It's the sign behind. So Capricorn ascendant, somebody that's very hardworking, somebody that just like dives in, gets things done, handles the business. Definitely, I would say you don't act like you ever have like Capricorn ascendants literally just go to work, do the right thing. That will at least they like put that front on. Like if your whole world was tumbling down, you would still go to work that day and act like nothing was wrong. That's what the Capricorns can do. So, but then you're the nakshatra of Uttarashada, which is, I would say, definitely people that are interested in astrology. It's can give you some women enemies because, this nakshatra is kind of more of a pleasure side, financial side of Capricorn. So kind of more so of the party, not a party side of Capricorn, but the feel good side of Capricorn, to say the least. And then you have Moon in the second house. So that makes you, have an attachment, I would say, to your mom, or your mom was a big influence in your life, whether it was, a good one or a bad one. That needs to be, analyzed with a lot more than just staring at it for a second. But you also, I would say, you're a good singer, speaker, just somebody that values, I would say you value your mother. I really do think it was probably pretty good. But you are a healer. I mean, Satabisha is a healer. So Satabisha is all about healing people with incurable diseases. Now, this can also give you drinking problems, and you could have addictions. It can also make you have an addictive personality. You have that kind of in your chart a little bit in different ways. But, the way you think is just more humanitarian, like just somebody that wants even music, just very creative, I want to say you're a good singer, but, that's just singer, speaker, get your voice out there in front of the public. And if not, that's what you should do because you'd be good at it. Rahu in the 5th in Taurus. Okay, this is when you have Rahu in the 5th. I don't know if you have any kids, but if you do have kids, there can be some chaos with the children. Now, this is great for business, though. Your Rahu in the fifth, somebody that likes to gamble though. You got to be careful with that because you think about money a lot. You kind of this materialistic money thing going on in your chart. But you do have K2 in Scorpio, very investigator, big time, bringing the secrets out. Jupiter and Mars in the 12th. I mean, you just all about, you know, uncovering things and uncovering secrets. And let's see, what else? And you're really good with your hands. You might, I mean, here's the thing. You might work, say you work with your hands and you do like a service job or something like that, which you may not. You would definitely have some hobbies and you have a big thing in your chart that's all about, you know, I don't want to say gardening, but, you know, like Virgo, all this Virgo energy is somebody that really cares about health and healing. You're probably really just good with your hands, whether you write contracts, you could, you know, be a good writer, write documents, paperwork and stuff. You could analyze things. Like this is somebody that would be a really good paralegal, somebody that like knows every little detail. You're very detail oriented, big time. And that can be sometimes some of your issues is Virgo, with all this Virgo energy, it can be controlling. This is kind of the downside of Virgo is it can be a little controlling, self-critical. You criticize all the details very much where you don't end up getting it done because it's just, you know, worrying about things too much and perfecting it so much. So go ahead. What do you have to say?
Right. Okay. So he is, I want to say age 29 was his like turning point. I know that's when you have your first Saturn return, isn't it? So 29 is the age when something that's significant or a life change would have happened to him. I found it's been pretty accurate from my like studies. So he's a master number 11 too, very intuitive, like a psychic sponge, like needs a really sensitive home environment. You think of the 2 wands though as in 11, you often have to be independent very young. And I wasn't actually listening to what Heidi was saying because I'm so focused on working this out. I don't like take it all in what she said, which is good in a way because then you know we're not like just saying the same thing for the sake of it. If it's coming out, it's coming out. He's got a 6th birthday, so very empathic, again, very intuitive. 7 attitude number, the same as me. So that's the psychic detective, the private. This guy will be analyzing everybody without them knowing. Like, that's what
if we would be wrong on this, he would be like, the astrology is such BS and I'm never getting an astrology reading. You're that type of guy.
But if I met someone, I'd be like, they might think that I'm just being friendly, you know, whatever, but I'm still taking in every little detail of what they're doing, how they act, but I won't tell them that. With a natural psychologist, so he's got that about him as well. But make a great healer. He's in a personal year 8 now till next September-ish. It'll start to change. Aim as high as you can. I'm in a year 8 now, and look what's happened for me. I had 5 months off Facebook Lives, come back, and just everything's gone boom. And the people like Heidi has come on my path, and then it's just snowballed onto other things and more and more. And it's your karmic year of what goes around comes around. So it's like, if you've sown the good seeds, you're going to get the good stuff back. If you've been an absolute asshole, this is for anybody, not this guy has. Guess what? It's going to come back at you. This is the karmic year.
So I'm just going to read you your moon nakshatra, Satabisha. So once again, this is doing something outside of the box. Scientists, astrologers, physicians, musicians, solving problems, healing the world, working in a group, share and exchange, occult insights, transformation, doing something outside of the box, disorganized when you go. It's like just there's a lot of chaos, like you're just trying to figure things out, but it's very creative once again. So musicians, even like people that are artists, you know, this is what your chart is all about. So, and what I see with transits, relationships, you're going to be getting either taking relationships out or you're going to be maybe getting new ones that come in, I would say. And it could be coming in or going out, either way. But I got this card, so that looks a little positive. But
and I got High Priestess for him.
Really? Yeah.
which is about time to pause, reflect, not take action. Trust in your spiritual gifts, as nothing is hidden from your divine intuition. So when a woman comes along or whatever, listen to your intuition. He said he's writing this down as much as he can, but he can always come back to the replay and like, if he
it's gonna be saved. Don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's writing notes. He says that's really nice. Yeah, he's a very intuitive guy.
Yeah, he is. And journeys. Once again, the journey card is coming back up. So, and you know what? You could go on a long distance travel because you have Saturn in the 12th house. So maybe that's something you do. Maybe you travel a little bit more the next 2 years. Now, I had Saturn in my 12th house for my Saturn return. It's different signs, totally different. But all I'm going to say to you is just don't spend too much money because the 12th house is expenses. So, and you already have Mars and Jupiter there, so you can already spend money easily. But it's like philanthropy. You're just generous. It doesn't mean you spend money. You're just too generous probably sometimes. So when you have Saturn there, it might, I don't care what anybody says. When I had Saturn there, I spent more money. So and then you learn your lesson at the end of it. So learn your lesson before it. That's my advice to you.
Also, we both picked a number 2 card out for him. So that whether it's 2 months, 2 years, is quite significant. You see, I might read a card for someone and all I would look at was the number 2. It'd be nothing to do with whatever's on it.
Really?
Yeah. And if you can hear like a funny noise, my cat's snoring.
Well, I have a tornado outside if you can hear the wind.
Oh my God, that'd be a bit harder.
It is so bad. I mean, if you would see how windy it is, you would be a little concerned.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, I hope you're going to be safe.
So next we're going to go to
Ebony. Ebony is the 25th of August, 1950.
And I have a reading in 20 minutes. So guys, we're going to be able to do this and one more. So who are we? Can you pick one for us, Trisha? You pick. You get to pick it. The last one.
Because somebody did donate, but they gave us no details. So I don't know if that was just a donation. Do you want me to pick
Ebony.
Ebony paid for a donate. Oh, somebody's just donated, so we'll go with them then.
Okay.
I'll just write his details down. George.
Guys, you don't have to donate too. Like we can just, I feel bad when you do that because like my whole intention is to do live readings was to do it for free. So then.
Oh, we've already, okay, so this is Karen again, whose date of birth was written wrong. She's put, you're right on, this is Karen, my birthday, March the 6th, 67. I help heal the people and politicians. Now my brain and body paralyzed. So I think it was just a donation. So thanks.
Thanks.
There was a guy that kept commenting, actually. I think he's a veteran or he serves.
What's his name?
Let me see if I can find him.
Well, let's do him too. All right, Ebony, you have K2 conjunct Mercury in the 1st house of Virgo. You are probably about the most critical, analytical person that there ever is. Contracts, details, writers, like an encyclopedia of Virgo. And it's literally, you're a great writer. You have K2 in the 1st, you have issues with relationships for sure. You could have, but I would say it's almost a guarantee. But this is great for like details. You are so detail oriented. You're one hell of an investigator. That's for sure. So because K2 is already an investigator, and then you've got Mercury that's an investigator. So it's this together in Virgo is like the investigator, and this is in your 1st house. And perfectionist. What else? Moon in Capricorn. Oh my gosh, you're like this. You're probably very hardworking, very 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very practical, probably like the most practical hard worker that there is. Investigator, researcher, writer. Okay, I'm just gonna keep saying those things. And really, your nakshatras are in Uttara Falguni, which is all about like serving and doing like the right thing and doing like the justice thing in a way. Part of Virgo is split up into different nakshatras. This is more about like contracts, going to work, like physically going to work sometimes. So, getting out there and doing the work, analyzing things. My boss, when I was a loan officer, he had this. not in Virgo, but he was like the mortgage encyclopedia. Like he knew every law, every regulation, everything like that. So what else? Mars in the second. You can definitely, okay, so Mars in Libra doesn't really like to be in Libra so much, but it's in Swati. So this kind of, when you're mad, you know, your speech, your voice, you could be definitely say something, some aggressive speech sometimes, but it doesn't always mean aggressive. It means like you're very independent. You could spend money easily, but you're also very, like when you say something, you mean it. And it's like, boom, you know, like attorneys have this, Mars in their second house, but it's in Libra. So I would say it's maybe not as intense. You want to really make sure you do the right thing. You know, you might, that kind of is the conflictual part of Mars in Libra, because Libra is all about balance. Throw Mars in there. Mars is like, you know, no, let's just go on with it. You know, so that can be the struggle, is kind of just saying things and then be like, oh shit, did I say that? You know, that can be some of the problems with that. It also can give you some, like when your upbringing, your home life growing up, some aggressive, you know, maybe some battles, fights, just some violence. Not always, but it could have been. Moon in Sravana, great listener. Once again, all these Capricorn moons in Sravana here tonight. Great listener. You might even do some work with children. You might, you know, want to help children or help do something with kids, maybe, possibly. But your main struggle is issues in relationships, I would say. That's probably one of the things. And what happens when you have K2 in the first, you feel like kind of an outcast, and, you know, your entire life you get into the wrong relationships with the wrong people, and then they end up, you know, being more of a problem than, and you just don't have all the support that you need usually too. You probably don't sleep well at all either. You could have some crazy dreams too. You might have moved away from your homeland at some point, or maybe something like that. All right, Trish, you're up. Let's go.
I found the guy that I kept seeing. So do you want me to give his details before I do this, and then you can
go ahead. Yes.
So I believe he's born the 8th of January 1990.
Okay.
Because I think the 08 was on the end of his name, and then it said 08, so I was just checking like that wasn't a typo. So 8th of January 1990, born at 11:43 p.m. Akron, Ohio.
Okay. You say that good. You said that very well. You know that?
That's good.
Like a natural.
Get there. Okay. Right, so for Ebony, she's a life path number 3. Her path in life is to be the creative one. So,
and that's conflictual for you, because you know what? So am I, and I don't even like. Sometimes you just don't even like people like me. I'm sure it's like you're introverted too. So we are like that, but we really like our space, and we don't like this that much.
Well, she's got a 7 birthday and a 3 life path number. It's like the opposite way around. So part of her will be introverted and like solitude, and there's part of her will want to be out socializing. So you've got the ability to do both, but you certainly as a 7 need that like cool down time on your own, whereas she will possibly be able to recharge around friends. Friends are going to be very important to her, but being creative, if she does not get her creative juices out there, whether it's comedian, writer, singer, dancer, whatever it is, she will be like, they can be manic, don't know about manic depressives, but they can be seen as being very up and down. By not that they're bipolar, but it can appear that they're either bipolar or manic depressives because they're not getting their creativity out there. They're a nightmare if they're not flowing. You know what?
That makes, well, I have K2 in the first, like you. So we can be Debbie Downers sometimes. We're pessimistic. We're not, we can be sometimes not the most optimistic human beings. I would say that, you know, and until I found this, I was not happy. So think about that, because it has to be, K2 is like his own beast. You need a lead. You need to be in charge. You need to be doing your own thing. So when you're not doing that thing, it's very, 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 like you won't like anything or anyone. You just want to like hide in your room and research things, you know? So especially you with all this in Virgo, I mean, you have to do something that, like, it's hard to say what it is, because with K2 there, I like to say it's always just digging deep, investigating things, but whatever it is, it's got to be your own thing, your own creative path.
For her, could it be like health or exposing about health issues?
Absolutely. Health researching. Yeah. Absolutely.
Because she's got the 7 birthdays, the researcher.
Yeah.
The 3 that is be good at speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And the 6 attitude number is the healer, the teacher, the counselor.
Yep.
These are just your 3 from your date of birth. You know, your 3 numbers, your actually other numbers, you know, could amplify this. So at the moment you're in a year 7 till about next July. This is for Ebony. So this is about, what does Ebony want? Where is she going? Not what everybody else wants. Meditation is great, but it's like you might need to do it more than normal.
Yeah, actually, you'd be really good at meditation. That's something you should try to do.
As a life path number 3, she probably would do lots of good, because they can be very scattered. The lessons they've come here to learn is not to gossip, not to scatter their energy, not to promise everybody I can be at your party when they can only really turn up at 1. They're prone to doing that, not because they're being mean. They just they help teach people to live in the now.
Yeah. Definitely health for sure, actually. And I would say another thing could be, health all over the map. Okay. Ayurvedic health, Ayurvedic medicine man, like anything like that.
I just see a lot of Virgo ladies, but in Western astrology, but they may still be Western and Vedic, are very drawn to health.
Okay, transits wise too. I swear I shuffled these cards, but we've got.
Oh yes, I'm pulling a card.
Okay, so right now there are going to be some changes, I'd say, with your happiness. Okay, Saturn in the 4th, going into the 4th house. You could move. You could really focus on what makes you happy. This could have to do with real estate, property. I would say definitely it could be a move. Maybe you're worried about a move, or you're thinking about a move, or 2, 3, 4, 5. Could have to do with a mother. Maybe worrying about going on a journey or something, or taking. What do you see? Pull some cards, Trisha, please.
For this lady, Ebony?
Yes.
The first card I got was ego. Needing to get, ego is edge. You say, like, I'm not a big person like God. I believe God's within us. And like, I'm not sort of, I hope I don't offend anyone, I'm not a Bible bash type person, but edging God out, like your ego could be getting in your way. You may feel that you're tempted to, you feel trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Yep. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break from negative thinking. There's a book meaning deeper to this, but I'm just going on, like, this cat is just draped in jewelry and like beads and everything and expensive jewelry, but
okay, well, let me, you know what, if that's what if that also could be. So just, I feel like I'm supposed to tell you this. When you have K2 in the 1st house with Mercury, you might worry about money a lot. You might think about money a lot. You might always want money, but money will come up and down, because when you have K2 is moksha. The more you worry about money, the more that it will not be there. And because K2 is getting rid of it, so he doesn't care. So he'll make you, like, when you have money, you're probably generous as can be, and you'll just spend money all over the place, because he doesn't care. And then you get stuck in a bind. Okay, sometimes the force of habit keeps you stuck and unaware of potential healthier and happier choices at hand. Yet every movement gives you the option to open a different door and take a different course, whether it's in your thoughts, behaviors, or major life decisions. Unlike the indecision card, which indicates confusion and what concerns about what actions to take, the adjacent possibilities here is to tell you that you have many options, and it's time to take a wider look at things. As you consider the many life choices available, you feel more and more empowered and motivated to make the decisions that bring happiness, strength, and forward motion. In terms of your goals, this card could indicate unknown and previously unconsidered ideas. Perhaps there's a marketing tool you haven't thought of, a connection you haven't tapped into, or an entirely different direction that would be more suited for you. Be cautious, be aware, and be flexible, and be willing to take new and different action now. I think that sounds great.
And life path threes are, it's funny you said about the money. They are the type that will throw a party for everyone and then not think twice about, oh, I've got to
do that. Yeah. I'll be like, if I'm at the bar, I'm like, okay, I want shots, and get it for everybody. So that's,
yeah. And then they're like, oh my God, I've got to pay my rent, my mortgage.
Then later it's like, God, then when things hit the fan, I learned all my lessons, but this is how I was when I was like 24, 23, Saturn return, boom. I thought I was Bill Gates. No joke.
I was smiling there, so I wasn't smiling at what Heidi was saying. Looking down, my cat is staring me in the eyes. Yeah. Like I'm cradling like a baby. This is crazy. I don't know what's going on with her, but she's staring up at me like.
All right, 1/8/1990. Okay. Virgo ascendant. God, this is like the most practical group of people here tonight. This is like very, very intense charts. Like just not the astrology believers, like they're all probably like, wow, she did make some good points, but why did she say that? I want the facts. Tell me why, right. Look at how people are taking notes. That's Virgo, Capricorn energy. Okay. Virgo ascendant, nakshatra of Hasta, working with your hands, healing with your hands, Reiki, fixing things, great, palmistry. Jeff, the Christian whistleblower has his ascendant in this. Details, all about facts. You want things perfect, perfectionist. At least you at least try for this. Hard worker, Virgos are critical, self-critical. They're very critical about everything. Very detail-oriented. What else? 1, 2, 3. Mars in the third. Once again, really good at working with your hands. Wonder, you could have siblings. If you do have siblings, there could be some power struggles or some separation with siblings. If not, this is like all about hard work. You're very good at, you have Mars and Scorpio. That's great. It's like the detective, the person that jumps in and just figures out all the information. Private investigators, or this is also military. Why I've been told by a lot of different astrologers that I should be in the military because I have this in my first house. But so it makes you a leader, somebody that just dives in, fights the fire, commander. So if you are in the army, you probably can move up the ranks easily, But it's also accidents. You got to be cautious with that. Like accident prone, you can be. And accidents with hands, you got to be cautious of that too. And what else? Sun, Mercury, definitely a leader. Definitely, there's an artistic side of you too, but you have Venus conjunct Rahu. You're going to be like hopelessly searching for romance, and you might not act like this because it's in Capricorn. So in a way, this is like okay. So Rahu conjunct Venus is somebody that's literally going to search and search and search for romance, sex, that pleasure. You're going to dabble in everything. You're going to want to, but then it's in Capricorn, so it's pretty grounded, but it kind of takes that and modifies it a little bit. But you're looking for that romance. You're looking for, you might even be very artistic and, very good with music and stuff like this. But this conjunction can get you in trouble with the ladies, because you're always looking for something better, makes people have affairs. Because they're never satisfied. Rahu is, only the head. Venus is pleasure, sex. It's also art. So when you have Rahu conjunct Venus, it's like you're never happy. It's always looking for something different, something more, something better. And your moon is in Mrigashira and Taurus. So you're always searching, literally always searching. And you're going to be searching for higher knowledge all the time. And there can be sometimes a lot of unfulfillment with this nakshatra. Like you think you find it, it's hard to make you happy emotionally. And you're going to always think about ways to make money. And you're probably really good with technology and that kind of stuff as well. What do you have to say?
It says true. I like to get weird. I think that's what he said. Was it weird or wired?
Wired.
Wired. Oh, I spelled the wrong way. True, I like to get wired. And also Ebony said, like, spot on. Thank you very much, lady before.
Good.
Okay. Yeah, he's a life path number 1. So he is a leader, not a follower. A lot of military people that go in the military are life path number 1s. And I heard you said something about the military there. He'd make a great military leader. He's born on the 8th, which is the CEO, the boss. So it's a very strong, 8s and 1s are very strong, like business numbers, but leadership numbers. He'd make a great manager, but predominantly leader. He needs to be leading people. And then he's got a 9 attitude number. So he's now in a year of new beginnings, but he's virtually out of it because it will change in the new year to a year 2. So that's about relationships, partnerships, heightened intuition. Now, I've said a few times, next year is a global year 11, heightened intuition. People that are doing this already or teaching people, I think it will go boom next year. Like so many more people potentially could be waking up. And if they don't embrace it, it's going to make life a hell of a lot harder. It's going to be massive next year for the spiritual world, I feel. So yeah, he's got very, leader. He needs to be a leader in the military as well. Obviously, you know, not everybody goes on to do great leadership things in the military, but he needs to be in charge.
What is this about? Man holding a coin. And then wait, so an envy. Okay, and you know what? It's funny because I think I just figured out who you were too, and I think you sent me some crazy email. So this is like, now it's all coming together. This is kind of funny. You might have been one of the ones that sent me a crazy email, but if not, you've made some crazy comments. I remember that. Yeah, you are like absolutely never going to be happy with women. You know, it's like this destructive. So I feel like that I know what I'm supposed to tell you now. Right now, you have Saturn in the 4th. Okay, so your happiness is going to change. The 4th house, you could move for work, something could shift. Okay, but then also your friends, groups, networks, those things are going to change too. There also can be changes in your romance life. You might realize like you're never going to have one type. Like you are not a faithful person. Okay, and you're just not. And maybe you will be later in life, but you need to get all that out, like, and just kind of do that thing, because that Rahu Venus, you're never going to fulfill it. So you need to learn that and that's also money too. Worrying about money, always thinking about money, how to make money. Where's money coming from? It's a lot of financial stuff as well. It can make you spend money on women too much, like just give money away. So just know that.
But he's got to lead from the front, divorce, terrible relationships, constantly wake people up to what's going on in this world.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you going through a divorce now? I bet you probably just ended one.
So he's divorced. So
okay.
I don't know if that's finalized or sounds like it.
Walking away. So if you're in another bad relationship right now, you're going to be maybe walking away from that, or you're going to walk away from these habits. You're going to have a year and a half to learn to, maybe walk away from situations that you're you're dealing with for the next year and a half.
Well, I pulled him a card and he got the raccoon, but it says it's time to get clarity about your life purpose, make changes so that you're on the path most divinely suited to you. Forgive what has been without judgment and fearlessly embrace what's to come. Seems pretty apt. That's what you said.
Archangel Michael, first chakra. I don't know about that. What do you think?
First chakra is about fear and it's security, isn't it? Financial and physical security in the world.
Yeah, he was reversed and it's Archangel Michael.
Let me dazzle on that. Is his base chakra really out of whack?
Yep.
Oh, wait. Does it need?
Look, just left a horrible relationship 2 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel he needs grounding. It's not like horrendously out of whack. I'm not getting a huge energy. I can't wait to get these divination rods because I could have asked the rods that question.
You need balance and you need to get over it and you need to move along. That's what you need to do.
But the base chakra wasn't as out as I thought it was going to be from what we picked up on the pendulum anyway.
Yeah.
It needs some grounding.
He does. He needs a little grounding. And it's hard to be grounded with that Venus conjunct Rahu. It also is great for business. Be careful, like gambling, addictions. This gives you that addictive personality. But I would say with you, it's probably sex. So, and sex and money.
He's put, hell yes, I also became rich off the Bitcoin, and you had that coin in that man's hand. Fabio.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
So that explains that. Look, Jeff's calling it the Fabio cards.
But it was reversed. I'm just going to say.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I don't read cards reversed, you see.
I know.
But no, everybody's different though. Like you go.
Yeah, you're the one that wrote me that crazy email, and then you said, "And make sure you get something at the bottom of your page." I should read it out for everybody. Oh my gosh, that was the funniest email. Don't think I didn't see that and remember that.
Oh, okay. I think that comment's for me. I think Jeff sent me a comment about $15 more. If that's $15 for shipping for rods, they're on. I'm getting them. Sorry to digress there.
All right. Hold on. I'm concerned maybe spending on too much, simply not conscious enough. What's really okay. Reverse. This card reversed reveals that you could be acting against your own best interests, where money or health matters are concerned. You might be spending too much or simply not being cautious enough about what's really important. It's that. If that's the case, become more aware of your choices and priorities and bring more discipline to your life. This card reverse could also be a warning of a self-absorbed or dismissive man who may be out for his own advancement, even at the cost of your own. Be conscious of critical and demanding people around you, and always remember that you alone determine who has the real power. Yeah, I mean, you are a fighter. So, I mean, look. You're an intense person, that's for sure.
He said he sent you it while like drinking, but meant every word. the drink lowered his inhibitions and he just let it all out. I think he's trying to like apologize, but say actually I meant every word of it.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
You know, I've had people have been my biggest skeptics at times, and they've come on to say like, I'm sorry. He
didn't say anything bad. He just said like, oh my God, I'll have to read it to you later. It's funny.
But I've had some biggest skeptics, especially when they're saying like, no, you know, you're wrong, you got it wrong. And then they come back, and I don't sit there thinking, yeah, I'm all right, but I have to let it go. And then they come back and they'll say, I'm so sorry, you were bang on, he was cheating, or, you know, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I don't say it to like, oh, there you go. It's like, I want to help people. Like, I don't want a woman to be thinking her life's perfect and her husband's out like cheating on her.
Yeah. So, you know what? I think maybe why don't we just let's go through.
Have you got time for?
Maybe there's a few people in here. I don't know. Where it just stops is E. There's a screen name named Eve. Maybe we just pull a card for the people that have their birthdays in here. Just, you know, we'll say their names, because luckily the guy that I'm doing a reading for is being flexible. So I have a little more time.
Yeah, because you don't want to be like, so who are we doing a card for?
We're going to go down the list starting at E. Don't put any more birthdays, please. Just leave it where it is. But I'm going to pull a card for screen names that wrote their birthdays just because they did and we didn't get to them.
I'll follow your lead then. I'll let you read them out. Yeah.
So E, which is 7/15/74. We have a number 10, storm warning, but it's reversed. So you pull a card too, Trish. Let me figure out what this means. This is so fun.
Yeah, I pulled her the 3 of spring. These are very like probably different cards, but so this is saying stop to take time to review, make long-term plans, capitalize on your past successes. It's appropriate to pat yourself on the back for all your accomplishments, but you may also need to be patient with the next phase play out.
This is great news for you because your worries are ending. So that card looked a little scary, but really what this means is the end is almost near. So yeah. Caution, but it's also card reverse indicates the dark times are behind you, or at least they're beginning to fall away. So consider where you want to go next, whether It's about self-love or empowerment. Remember to bring these intentions and the lessons learned into your bright new path.
And I feel like March is significant for that person.
March?
March, yeah.
That's for E that lives in Arlington, Texas, 7/15/74. All right, let's go. Who else do we have here? Okay, this is for Z Golden Report. What is this?
I just need to nip out the room. One quick second. I've just got to nip out the room. I'm back in a second.
All right, so this is for our threat, 0808, January, 11/43. Is this the birthday we just did? Yeah. All right. I don't know who this is. So if this is for the same person, this person needs to calm down with the hostility. You know, let it go. That's for you, because I think this is for that same person. This is Beth. This is for Beth, Hawaii girl Beth. We're going to wait till Trisha comes back. Beth, I have a feeling you're going through a relationship issue. Cards just like kind of flew out. Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
I'm back. So, was I supposed to pick a card for?
Pull one right now. This is for Beth.
Beth. Okay, so what does Beth need to know? Nine of Winter. So this is the sea lion. Your worries and fears aren't real. I nearly swore them. That doesn't say swear. I've nearly misread that. They're fueled by focusing on the negative, which gives power to that which you are afraid of. Stop worrying, let go of fear, and everything will be okay.
Taurus ascendant. I think this has to do with relationships. So your Taurus ascendant, Taurus in Mrigashira, you're always going to be searching. Maybe you're searching for, you know, maybe, I don't know. Right now, it kind of looks like you're maybe a little concerned about a relationship or love or something. And it's like you're not happy and you feel, you know, just maybe a little lost right now when it comes to the happiness zone, I would say, or maybe it's a move, maybe it's a change. It's fifth on Rahu, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, romance. I think it's romance. So you have Saturn going into the 8th on your Venus. Okay. Damn. Okay. This is, I would say, Beth, pull another card for Beth because I don't know how this is working out. Broken heart. So there's definitely a relationship going on. Okay. And I'm saying you either need to stop focusing on the negative stuff, stop worrying about it, maybe, you know, just endings. Something better is going to come. See, somebody's might be leaving somebody, I would say, and you need to like look out of the negativity to see some light. Like you need to look at the positive things. Maybe, what's that?
Oh, the 10 of Wands. That's somebody that could be moving, carrying all that weight on their back. Look, they're way down.
Okay. So maybe you have a partner that's moving, or maybe you have some, you know, maybe there's some stress with that. I don't know. It's just, it could be all over the place, but yeah, it could be some moves and shifts.
6 of Swords, movement, running away from difficulties, Are you running away from difficulties, you know, instead of facing them? All seems pretty much a lot of water. You see the water in that, and the water in the sea lion card. Look how turbulent. Well, the water was turbulent-ish.
I've got the eight of cups upright.
That's definitely walking away from a relationship.
Yeah. And seeing the brighter and seeing the better path, you got to get over it. You got to move on.
The star card is one of the best cards you can get.
Yeah.
But if you don't walk away from the negative, then you're not going to get the hope. You're not going to get the star card energy.
Yeah. Look at us. We're like telling stories, all these different decks, reading books. I pulled her chart. All right, let's see.
I love to mix it up, though. I do a bit of everything. Sounds really bad.
I know. All right, this is the big P, 99. The big P. Yeah. Healer of the Ages. That's a good. That looks like a pretty card for you. You pick something now, Trish. Let's see what this means.
He's got the tortoise.
That's crazy. So tell me what the tortoise means.
Your responsibilities may distract you from noticing all the gifts that God is presenting to you. Be open to investigating opportunities that come your way. So it's like he's surrounded by abundance, really, if you think the tortoise, look, the vegetables, it's all abundant, but the ground in front of him is like clear. It's like, if you look at it as, how can I word it? Symbolically, he's surrounded by abundance, and bees are about abundance. There's a bee above him, but maybe he's not, or this person's not realizing what they've got, gifts-wise.
The powerful brings the force of ancient wisdom and profound healing. The light of the divine conscious pours from his hand, flowing with love and powerful healing intention. This amazing entity is with you now, bringing resolution to physical, mental, and emotional ills, helping you unblock stuck energy and revitalizing your life force. You may have felt this strong presence recently, or you may just be opening to the wonderful sensations now. You can call upon the, I can't read that word, or miraculously transformation whenever you need vitality, balance, or renewal. Know at the deepest level, an important healing is taking place. Nice, like that. Great. Who's next? All right, so let's do, stop writing this Z Gold report. Why do you have to write the comments like double, keep writing them and writing them, writing them? All right, this is for, God, it's just like, because all I have to do is look at all these same birthdays, and it's just a big distraction. All right, what else?
Arthret says, Trisha, you're awesome. You're welcome, Arthret08. Why don't we pull a card for Hawaiian? Have we done Beth?
We did, yes.
She put a donation. I was just saw she just jumped out. Yeah, okay.
Did she? Oh, should you? That was the one we did with the relationship.
Yeah, she donated, but she didn't put any. I think it was just donation. So
well, good thing we gave her. That's good. Then we did this. Good. All right, let's see if we have any more.
Ronnie Somerville put me lol. I don't know if he's meaning him a card or something else. Because they're having, obviously, they're in conversations. You don't know always.
I know. Hold on. I'm almost through the birthdays. Like, I think I have.
I'll let you pick.
Okay, who's this? Who's this Dung? Oh, just a donation. That's nice of you. All right, we'll pull you a card. Walking away.
Who's this we're doing?
The person that just wrote a donation. It's D, just donation. D, gun, yawn. So yeah, just a donation. There you go. Walking away. Maybe you're walking away from something. Let's see, what else do we have? 11, 11, 17. Already picked. Oh, let's do Jen. Jen Fisher. Yeah, that's funny because I made her a moderator today. So we're going to probably end with her, but let's do her.
So are we just doing a card?
Yeah, 2 cards, and I just need to pull something real quick. Because there's a reason like why I wanted to make her a moderator today, you know? And I did. Like that's Jeff. I had Jeff find her. So there's got to be something. Jen, were you born at 5:38 in the morning or at night?
Thank you, Heidi. Oh, yeah, I've seen her now. She's got a nice card.
Yeah. Let's find out what time she's born. Hopefully, she'll say AM or PM. AM or PM.
PM.
How's that right? I just want to see your chart real quick. Virgo moon and ascendant. That's right. I remember this. Venus and Mercury and Rabbit. Transits. Now you have opportunities to make money. Money. Jupiter just went into your second house. Speaking, making money, expanding your networks, group circles, money. This is literally all finances and money. Maybe even a move because you're a Virgo ascendant. It's hitting your moon emotionally too. Mars is in your first house. You're probably a little irritable right now. But maybe you're just kind of wanting to go, 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 go. And there could be something with romance. There could be something with 5th house of creativity, 11th house of okay, so we have the 3rd chakra, we have the 6th chakra, and we have the goddess of the moon reversed. They're all reversed. So what did you pull?
A really nice love card, lovebirds.
Okay, well, that's good.
The lovebird, 2 of summer. So is this going to... I feel like a 2-month period for this. You're falling in love or experiencing a deepening of emotion in your current relationship. Marriages or romantic partnership in distress can still be saved. Don't give up. I want to give this a couple of months period from now.
So don't make any decisions? Is that what you're saying to her?
Well, it would depend because, like, if someone was really toxic and
yeah,
if it was like someone was a narcissist or
it could be literally like so. Just so you know, it could be, and all these chakras, all these chakras reversed. The 6th one. God, I need to learn the chakras.
Oh, that was weird. Like my cat has just dug her claws in me as we're talking about this reading. She never does that. My cat's just.
You know what? This could be like you got to walk away from an abusive situation, maybe. So
yeah,
like,
just one thing.
that's what I would say because these kind of cards are a little all over the place.
My cat's never done that. She started growling at me as we're doing this.
I hope you're okay. That's all there's.
Yeah. This lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you're fine, but here's the point. And another thing this could be, this is just a cautious thing, but just be cautious in accidents and stuff too. But if you have anything that you want to do, like healing wise, now's the time to do it. And if you just walked away from a shitty situation, it's going to be okay. The grass will be greener. And maybe it's going to just take a few months, but see, Virgo moons, they are Virgo ascendants, Virgo moons, they're going to analyze everything. Just like if you have a breakup, it's going to be just, very, or an ending of something. It doesn't always mean a breakup. It could be romance, could be, some sort of ending. It's just going to be.
No one's abusing her.
Oh, that's good. Well, maybe it's just a bad relationship. Are you in a bad relationship?
Says she's pretty solid, but I don't know.
Are you starting a new business?
I'm going to pull her another card.
Because I'm looking at your chart. That's why I'm asking. Are you starting a new business?
She's got the King of Cups. I mean, that's another loving card. But love-wise, maybe it's getting better. I mean, I don't know.
It's so funny. Mine are all negative. Mine are all reversed. But I think this could be, are you starting a project? Is there a way you could get a promotion where you could make more money? I wish I could see these comments.
No new business.
New opportunities. What about children? Do you have kids?
As soon as she comments, I'll say no new business. I do have 2 husbands. Oh, well, that could.
2 what?
She's got 2 husbands, apparently. I thought that was illegal. Surely means an ex-husband.
Okay.
I mean, how do you have 2 husbands? One's got to be an ex.
Yeah, one's got to be. Okay.
She's got kids.
Is there some tension maybe with the kids? There's got to be something. Like there's no way, or maybe with the husbands, with the kids, with the man, with the kids, there's some tension.
And also, don't you find some people say, yeah, everything's fine, but their reality, and I'm not saying this with them, their reality.
I'll say this. Kate moved into that 5th house, so maybe it's what you should be looking for. Maybe just watch out for something that could happen like this. I have a gay roommate who's my emotional husband.
Because some people say, no, my life's good and like everything's healthy, but actually their level, I'm not saying for her necessarily, their level of healthy and what's really healthy are two different things. We're all on a different vibration and what we seem is acceptable.
I'll say this. Okay, something in your life is shifting where when it comes to the 5th house and the 11th house. It's extreme. This is a K2 Rahu return. The 5th house is children. The 5th house is intelligence, emotions, romance, children, speculation, luck. It's creativity, business, intellect, entertainment, advisor, ancient knowledge, media, writing, stock market, creative self-expression, gambling, child psychologist. That's what the 5th, astrologers, that's the 5th house.
One's going through an immigration case, apparently, one of the husbands. So I don't know how you have 2 husbands. One must be an ex. You'd get done for bigamy, wouldn't you, in your country?
Rahu in 11th is Rahu's and K2 is causing some ruckus in these houses. So 5th house and 11th house, which is gains, friends, networks, big inheritance, side ventures, winnings.
What's the date of birth, Heidi? I know we weren't going to do this, but
5571.
She's life path 8, so she needs the best. Money can either be like they can lose it all, or they can be very rich, wealthy, and successful. But 8 life path numbers is a positive and negative to it. She'll want the best of everything, this lady. Taurus number 8 will. I'd be surprised if she doesn't want the best of everything, money, you know, the whole 9 yards, then something's seriously not right.
Yeah.
I failed to see yet an 8. An 8 that doesn't.
Well, Virgos too, they're not even gonna want to say anything. I will say that. They're like they could be very, very, you know, just not.
Did you say 5th of the 5th, 71?
5571, yes. I don't know why.
I beg your pardon. I've added it up wrong. She's right. 7, 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I have expensive taste.
Sorry, she's a 1, a leader, not a follower, but she's still.
Well, if that's it, just you have expensive taste, then maybe you could get some money that comes into you, an inheritance. Is there any way you could get an inheritance or some big money that comes to you? Could be that.
She is a 1. I miscalculate. Sorry. But when I miscalculate.
You're a Virgo ascendant actually this way. So you're not a Libra ascendant Vedic way. You're a Virgo. When
I'm adding a date of birth and I get all confused, that tells me a lot of confusion going around that person. I've learned to trust that because sometimes I literally can't add up when I'm doing somebody's numbers. I'm like, there's something seriously going wrong here, and she'll be like, yeah, it's just chaos. Yes, this lady's a 1. She's a 1 attitude number and she's a 5 birthday. So she'll still be a leader and still needs to be in charge, needs to have her own business.
Yeah. And maybe you should look into doing something like that because you would be good at it. Very good at it. All right. What else? I think we're about done. Let's pull one more for Anna because she's such a trooper and always comes and.
Oh, yeah.
For Anna. Anna has some anxiety. Maybe a journey. She's thinking too much. And she's not taking action. And oh my God, I swear this is exactly, I feel like that's totally you. You have anxiety. You have a journey in front of you. You're overthinking it and you're not taking action.
This is interesting. The magpies, 7 of winter. What do magpies do?
I don't know. What do they do?
They steal shiny, bright objects, or they steal eggs out of nests and like throw the eggs away. Basically, caution will help you avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as time, peace of mind. Beware of the results of your actions as well as what others may be doing behind your back. The magpie can be seen as the sneaky thief. Not her, but it could be people connected with her.
Somebody that's jealous of you. Watch out for enemies.
Mm.
And you know what? You're a Leo ascendant anyway, right? So if that's the case, you know you have Rahu in that 12th house. So, you know, that's right then and there. Watch you. If I'm correct, you are a Rahu. You're a Leo ascendant. I'm pretty sure you are. So yes, let's pull an overall card for everybody in this group. We'll do a little, whoever's in this group, what we're gonna do.
Let's have a positive card to end on. Let's have a positive card for everybody to end on.
Okay, let's do this. Sorry guys, I'm learning these new tarot. I got all these new tarot cards. I couldn't help it. I had to. I'm so excited. Look at these baby ones. Do you see how small they are?
Oh, they're cool for taking like your handbag and like doing readings when you're
I just like them for here because I can shuffle them. Like
these are pretty big to shuffle.
What?
I've only got little hands. Well, I've got the King of Autumn. Compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, grounded. A beautiful card. For everybody. Gypsy, Varna, horse. Everything's going to turn out great. Projects will be stunningly successful. Exciting new career opportunities are possible, and money or resources that come your way will be invested wisely. And they've been talking about money a lot in the chat room.
Yeah, because you know what? We've got all this Virgo, Capricorn energy, Mercury, Gemini, we have all these like, we don't have like I would say the more, like all the cards I got were money. 7 of Cups. 3. What is this one?
That's about work, honing your craft. And it's like people coming together for a project.
Yeah.
Working at your craft, success.
The
hard
Hierophant.
work, teaching. That's like someone spiritual. But it can represent marriage. That card can. Yeah.
I think but here, this seems like we've got a lot of things going on with work, with people.
That's a work card. The 3 of Pentacles is more a work card.
And then
for doing a shameless plug.
What did he say?
Shameless plug. He's going live at Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern, by the way.
Yes, go see him. Go see Jeff, please. All right. I would say everybody here, if we read your chart and we read your cards, hopefully you can put a little remark.
Yeah, comment afterwards, then we can
comment it because nobody can see these chats. So I hope it helped. Hope we gave you some advice. I know it was kind of all over the map, but that's how we are and that's how we work. And I'm sure you got some sort of point and valid information from something we did.
I think somebody's getting a bit mixed up because they keep saying, Jenny, pull me a card. I'm not Jenny.
Okay, that's not Jenny. I'll pull you one actually too because you're on here. I know. Let's see that.
There's Karma Kavi. Jenny, pull a card for me.
Yeah. So this is that reversed healer too. So maybe you're possibly working. Okay, what was this? This was, hold on, let me just read. Just put this.
You want to know Karma Kavi?
Yeah, pull her a card and then we'll intertwine it with this one.
I got the ego card again. That's come out twice tonight.
Probably with this one, huh?
For Karma Kavi.
You're feeling out of sorts. Extremely out of sorts, upside down in your own life. You might be in the midst of physical problems or just feeling as though you're losing everything. But this card is telling you there are deeper levels of healing that need to be addressed. Take some time to regroup and put your own healing first, whether you're facing mental, emotional, physical, or even addictive patterns upon a healer of ages to bring his energy to the issue you're working on. Quiet your mind and feel his vibration, bringing you warmth and healing light. You know what? I think I read your chart before. What's your ascendant? Repeat the meditation and be patient, yet also the divine love can heal you in the blink of a belief. Yeah, you know what? I think a lot of this energy in here, we have a lot of energy that's not like very, that second guesses that intuition a lot. So lots of that Capricorn, that Virgo, that, they're going to want, there were a bunch of researchers, let's just be honest. So everybody in here wants to like research, investigate, there's all that kind of stuff. So, I think everybody kind of, Taurus. Okay, that's right. So Taurus wants, let me just go back to that. Who did I just do?
I grew up in a family in Western astrology of all three, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and I was a Gemini. Can you imagine that?
Okay. So you know what? With you, all right, Tauruses, I would say I don't necessarily know. There's everything I would say. I think this is all in your head. Maybe you're worrying about money a lot. You're worrying about changes. You're worrying about something that's going on in your life. Maybe it's a relationship, a change. There's more traveling involved. Third house, ninth house. It's beliefs. It's using your communication. It's sales. There's all sorts of things here. So let's just say that for you, maybe believe in these things a little bit better. Like believe in yourself. Don't worry so much. I know so many Tauruses that are like freaking out right now. Taurus ascendants are really kind of like having a rough time. So that's all I'm going to say. There's a lot of worrying about money. It's usually materialistic things with the Taurus. Okay. It's always money because you're always worrying about money. Tauruses are not pleasure, but there's always that money, that materialistic thing. Even if you don't care about money that much, it's still on your mind.
Karen says, thank you, Heidi. My reading was spot on. Only problem, I have been a Duracell battery for change, and now my body quits. My brain still wants to complete the mission. We read her quite a while ago.
Wait, who was that?
Karen.
Oh, okay. Karen was, oh, great. She was the Sun and Mercury conjunct in the first Aquarius, right?
It was the Pisces where I read the date of birth the wrong way around.
Right. But she was an Aquarius. Oh, it was funny. But what did I say? She was like a leader, businesswoman. Or she was a teacher or something.
I can't remember now. It goes.
All right. So I think my advice to Karma, if that's your first, is that your first name? It might be Karma. And you just need to not worry so much. Stop worrying about things. Have a positive outlook. It's like watch The Secret. Seriously, that's the best advice I can give you. Watch The Secret. I know it's like hocus pocus stuff, but I literally did that once and I had a check in my mailbox. Watch The Secret.
What the Bleep Do We Know is another great film. Don't know if you've seen that. Nessa,
I'm just saying this to you because you popped up because I remember your reading. You got to let go, detach. You're letting go of that attachment. Hopefully you learned.
Think Simply says thank you for mine as well, ladies. Primitive Attention says, sorry, Heidi, I was somewhat of a troll on your show, but can't help myself. Had a head injury.
Okay, well then we'll give you a card.
I think that's a way of apologizing.
Well, the deceit card is reversed. So hopefully you will now not be deceitful. And thank you for apologizing. You're no longer a troll. And this is the card. What is this card? Worrying about money, you said?
First chakra, that's safety, not just money, but your safety in the world, like your grounding in the world. Like a lot of like veterans or people with PTSD will have like their first chakra out of whack.
Yeah.
Anybody with PTSD.
And indecision about something, you're having to make a decision about something, and you're indecisive about something. And go ahead, Trish, pull them a card.
I got the Emperor, and now the mouse wouldn't normally be on the Emperor, but there's a good reason. Structure and organization are needed right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role as you have much wisdom to offer.
Door to romance, number 33. Maybe there's a romantic opportunity coming up.
A lot of people are asking, saying they don't have Facebook and asking how they can get a reading with me, but you've put the links. There's a contact form on my website. You can just, and that will come through to my email. It will come direct to me. So
in her to get a numerology reading from Trisha, it's right at the bottom here. It's in the comments. Well, it's actually in the info box, and then I'm going to pin that in the comments. So it will be the first one. All right.
James Hodgkin, my wife has PTSD also. Primitive attention says thank you. Somebody else says I have PTSD, and that is right. Yeah, they'll just feel complete.
I know Capricorns are filling this. The Capricorns are filling this chat up. It's true. Saturn's not coming into Capricorn yet, guys. Don't worry. You have another 2 years. So Saturn is entered Sagittarius. Okay.
Think simply. I wasn't on about you being a troll. It was someone else admitting to being a troll. I think he's got mixed up. He was saying thank you for his reading, and then I was reading someone else's out. He's deleted it now because he's realised that.
No, Jeff deleted it.
Oh, Jeff.
Gotta love Jeff.
We didn't call you a troll. It was primitive attention said they were a troll.
All right, we're gonna pull one more, Liz. Door to the spirit. So that's all about intuition, spirituality, going on a spiritual path. That's what I look at that and say. So go ahead, Trish, pull her a card.
Pomeranian dog.
What is going on? This is so funny.
The random, some of these. 9 of Summer. I just love them because I love animals. So this is saying, now's the time when your dreams come true. Don't worry about how this will happen. Just give gratitude to God gratitude to God for all that you have and that is yet still to come. And that goes with the secret. Like when you're grateful for even just having a roof over your head, for drinking water, food to eat, the more you're grateful for the small things, it will get bigger and bigger and bigger. Like when you moan about what you don't have, that's when it will just get worse. So you know what's funny? Jen said, I gave her a reading before and something about, I said to her, warned her about fire, because that's at Mars and Rahu conjunct. So, and I probably said that to her. So once again, maybe it's a reminder for you to literally shut curling irons off, turn off things like that, just make sure you have all the lights shut off. Things like that. That definitely could have been it. Yeah. Do you do PayPal that is not PayPal? I don't know what that means. I don't know what an e-transfer is either. So see, with PayPal, I have people that don't have PayPal. If I send them an invoice, they can pay with their bank card, and they don't have to open a PayPal account. Mm-hmm. So that's a way of doing it. Because a lot of ways in America, I can't accept, like I can't do the Facebook payment in the UK. It doesn't work. Yeah. All right, let's do one here for Smash Spike. Last one. This will be the last one. Don't be scared, Jen. It's probably just a reminder. But when I'm still staring, I think I'm staring at your chart still. I'm still looking at your chart. What about your mom? Is everything okay with your mom? Maybe I'll get a big check if that happens. Yeah, true. E-transfer capacity. All right, so this is for Smash Spike MC. For who? Smash Spike MC. I don't know who that is, but they put their birthday in, so they're going to get this. They've got the Emperor again. We've got the Emperor again. 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. I don't know who she is, but... Okay, Jen, maybe it has something to do with your mom. Okay, that it could really be. Saturn just went into the 4th house, and for some reason I keep like Mars is just check on your mom, maybe. Make sure everything's good. You should get a Bitcoin wallet. They are free. Okay, yeah. So Jen, just check on her and maybe make sure, maybe you tell her to make sure she shuts off stoves and stuff like that. Oh, that's right. I think I remember that. Okay, 7th chakra. What do you have to say about that? Do you know about that? Huh? This card, you mean? Or yours?
Yours. Your
also, this is saying about don't forget that you can never make a first impression again. It's like, I mean, I don't normally read the book, but sent dear mice are also always seeing to their own cleanliness. They like their fur to be perfectly groomed, neat and tidy. Remember, you only get one shot at first impression, so be prepared. So it's like you're going to have an opportunity, but be prepared. Like, some people like don't make an effort unless they're going somewhere special, but it's almost like saying, be more prepared, be organized, because then you're not going to make a bad first impression when this opportunity comes along or person comes along. There you go.
King of Cups reversed. Oh God. Okay. I have a reading that this guy was so patient. So I'm gonna have to get moving here. All right. Well, I hope that helped everybody. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Everything's gonna be great. Lots of good things going on. It's cold. It's freezing here.
Yeah, it's freezing here.
Cold where you're at too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm normally hot all the time, but I'm actually quite cold tonight.
Well, Trisha, I owe you. Thanks so much for doing that.
No, pleasure. Anytime.
Yeah.
I love doing it.
Jeff says every card Heidi pulls is reversed. It's so true. Everyone, look, everyone. Every single card. Look, ready? And I've shuffled these puppies around. Maybe I'm just, well, you know what's funny? I do like to be upside down. K2, I've noticed, is the reverse, like the reversal thing. So I like to hang upside down like a bat.
You're welcome to. So if Jeff's message to me was $15 shipping, which I think is what he meant, I'll be getting them divination rods. So that'll be cool. I'll be like,
I'm excited for you to get those divination rods.
So I'm going to be asking them loads.
I'm going to be calling you every hour. Oh God, you're going to be like, just kidding. I decided not to get those, Heidi. I decided not to get
yeah, like I didn't bother with these. I'm going to go on Facebook Lives definitely with mine.
Yeah, that would be, see, you know, that's why this is nice, because if you get too into astrology readings on here, it can be really dicey, you know, because you don't know which way to go, but then you just pull a card and it's clarifying that. Same with the numerology. Exactly what you said was pinning this, I mean, to the T, you know, like what the year they're going to deal with, that right there, that was a huge help too. So what we are saying that numerology, astrology, tarot, it all intertwines, it all works.
I feel it does.
Yeah. And that was probably the diciest, like unprepared show we've ever had. And the funny,
we just did it off the fly, didn't we?
Yeah. And the best part about it is it was with a bunch of Capricorn and Virgos. That's like, if I would have known that, probably wouldn't have wanted to do it. Swear to God. But luckily Trisha is a Capricorn moon. So do you see how you just track that's a track, and you have Jupiter there too. And then my Venus is in Virgo.
And in Western astrology, my moon's in Aquarius, but I do like structure and order. I'm more like the Capricorn.
Oh, yeah, you're not an Aquarius moon, are you? Come on. Yeah, right. You know that is totally you. Capricorn.
I like structure, order, like, yeah.
Yeah. And Aquarius is just want freedom. You do want the freedom, but the freedom isn't in the head, isn't emotional. It's all like external, which is the K2 Sun, Mercury, all that stuff, you know?
Freedom elsewhere, I think.
Yeah, that's how that is. All right, guys.
That's great. Think Simply freaking loves my accent. I think it's just gone British.
James Hodgen or whatever. I saw your thing. You said for your wife, Page of Pentacles. So something coming in swiftly for her. That's a good thing. An opportunity, possibly. This could be something good. A message of something. So I would say you put your wife's birthday, I think. So it's definitely a positive thing. Something that could bring some money in or an opportunity. All right. We're going to end this.
Awesome.
Don't hang up yet, Trish. Hold on. Don't hang up. Okay.
And I'll see you on Jeff's show Sunday night.
That's
shameless plug.